bass.
The cello? The bass?
The cello. Yeah.
Yeah, I unmuted and started stream right when you said that. And you humiliated yourself. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Despite being from knowing the saxophone, I'm not that good with music.
It's just the big violin and the small violin. It's the only differences that matter. Hey everyone, my name is Erin Gray. I've got a haircut. I am short hair, my beloved. And this is... Who are you?
I believe I'm subtotaled.
I believe he's
Aljar.
Grant. I don't know. His
Also
voice
known
be
as Grant.
different. Totally because he didn't get a new microphone. Totally not because of that reason.
I became a new person. Whenever I rebranded, I became a new person. So
You became Slender Man, like your profile picture.
exactly, even though that's not what he is, but yeah.
Listen, I think it's Slender Man. Shush.
Okay.
One of the
He's got
many
eyes.
variations.
He's got glass eyes.
Those are glasses. Those are not eyeballs.
Yeah, he needs to use them to see.
Okay, whatever. Between
Slender Man
classes
just
and
uses
finally doing stuff in person, doing in-person stuff, I missed, I think, every stream for the last week and a bit. 2 weeks? I don't even know anymore. Listen, I haven't streamed since, like, Sunday night, so, like, you're fine. But we're glad to have you. Deep bass rat. I'm here for justice. Oh, I'm so glad to have Adrian and Yolfador here. Oh, this makes my heart so happy. And the other viewers who are here, please. Yes, please start from the save data, please. Ah, yes. Dr. Ouchie. Wait, why did I call him a doctor? What?
I don't know why.
I don't know. Hi, Rye. My beloved. So just as a cool heads up for everybody. This has nothing to do with Ryan, for the record. It's just that this is how my brain has been functioning for the last, like, 76 hours. Because of Fauci. Yeah, you're right. It is because of Fauci. Oh my god, is this a coincidence? Ouchie and Fauci. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I didn't even think of this until Yolfador said it, honestly.
Yolfador, why? Why must you make things make sense?
It doesn't even look anything like Dr. Fauci.
I guess, yeah. But, next week at this time, that I will actually tell Grant the right time this time. Because today was my fault, and I will admit that. We're gonna do a small little charity stream for a friend who I think will be making emotes for me. I'm not sure yet, but I'll be paying, like, my own saved up money for emotes, and then whatever we make from the stream beyond that will go towards her. She's struggling financially and is a college student. So I just wanted to give back to her. She would really appreciate it. So next week, 6 p.m. Eastern, playing Greatest Attorney with Grant, and we'll be doing that. Cool. Let's get started.
Ooh, I'm so glad I could be part of a charity stream.
Yeah, it's not like a full-blown stream that usually, like, goes like a month, but it's alright. We do what we can here at the Hacker Rat Discord, Twitch, YouTube channel. Yep. It's
Those are words.
It's the end of week 3 of classes, and my brain is mentally ready to graduate. I've been ready to graduate since, like, last fall when I started the program. All right, I think we had done this. We said this already. Oh, you look at him. He stands so tall. I was not able to find that clip of him, like, actually saying objection. I could not find it. Granted, I was hopping around in the stream a lot to try to find it, but
I'll probably do that whenever I get a chance.
please, I want my reaction to him saying objection. I want it so badly. Which is why... Oh, sorry. What?
I was gonna say, I thought you'd already actually gotten it, that's why I didn't look
No,
for
I
it.
got the one of him doing, like, a more official desk slam when he's still, like, kind of hunched over, but not him doing objection. like his first objection, instead of yes.
Okay.
Which is why I'm asking to bring Korakuta-san back to the witness stand so we can ask him.
Officer.
Oh my god, your Zim voice is so different.
I don't know how to take this.
Oh my god, because it's less like gruff and
I am the
grumbly.
judge. I am the judge.
Yes, there it is.
Bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay.
I can't get over how tall the detective is. Can't get over it. He's just like 7 feet tall, and everyone's gonna act like this is normal. I can't believe we've come back around to that pair again. I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of this codon, we'll find that it's a key element in this case. Is this a to be continued screen? No, it's not. Okay. Oh my god, the child is back. I'm in love.
Oh my god, there's 4 witnesses on the stand.
Oh yeah, this is the crazy shit we get into in Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney. I think at one point in the last trial of the game, there was like 13 people on the witness stand at once. It was a time. It was a time and a half.
What's all this about? Why have I been called up again?
Let me deal with my child.
Don't you realize that it's dinner time for little baby Ado?
Oh my god, give the baby dinner.
Eat his milky. When my one son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves.
Exploited by the police we were, like miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness. I shall commit seppuku with this knife. And when cast from this courtroom myself, I become a rude man in a trice, a worthless, whittled antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Retsute, shop owner's existence.
Be that as it may, Korakuta-san.
This is not Zim. This is not Zim. I'm sorry, this is not a Zim voice.
Do you want to take a minute to get Zim?
Be
Not,
that
like,
as it may,
physically, but, like-
Korakuta-san. Something has come to light that requires your clarification.
That's closer to Zim. It's not Zim, exactly, but it's closer.
As far as your Retsute memory serves,
Okay.
Wug. Oh my god, the knife went into the foot. Look at the
Oh,
baby's
Jesus,
face.
you're right.
Look at the baby's face.
Papa has been injured. I shall take the knife and stab the enemy.
Why is the baby Italian?
I don't know.
that's it. That one, the very exact one that is.
What? It sounded like Yoda for a hot minute. I was like, oh, whiplash. I was gonna say something. Yeah, you probably just need like warm, like you probably just need to warm up into Zim's voice because Zim is a very specific voice.
Yes.
The resplendent, splendiferous, hoary treasure that my rusty bones imagined to misplace that fateful day.
It can't be. As I thought.
Young man, enlighten this decrepit old
Decrepit
fool, put
old
me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped?
Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere.
We found your coin sandwich between a beefsteak and its place, soaking in the seasoned meat juices.
Meats juices.
I'm going to have a type of meat after I'm done with this trial. Sandwich? Soaking? Seriously? Clearly it couldn't have befallen here by accident. Which means somebody must have misplaced it.
Hidden
or
it there.
has hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my hoy treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate? Oh, it's metal? I thought it was wood this whole time. Who would do such a thing? Such an inconsequential thing?
I think it's served on a wooden slab, but the meat is in a, like, almost like a cast iron skillet, and then it's on a wooden slab to serve. Because they're not gonna, like, hand you the skillet. Just the skillet. That is a burning hazard.
I'm starting to wonder if this guy's actually in the military.
What, the guy, the other guy?
Yeah, with the baby.
Mm.
Because if he does this, if he had that, then he must have planned it.
Mm-hmm. Everyone is just like, okay. I'll voice him now because you have these two buffoons to voice.
Okay.
Excuse me. Could I say something? Yes, of course.
Proceed, Inspector Osanaka.
I mentioned this earlier on the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Oh, is this case gonna come back up?
Ah,
Maybe?
yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation.
La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners, because the country has opened their gates because America said so. Was it America that said so, or the British? They said
America
open
was
the country. They said, stop
Yeah,
having
it
it
was-
closed.
Technically, it was a specific admiral because,
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware, he did not act on any sort of like American agency telling him to do that.
He
but
was just like
It was essentially American. Yeah.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah. I could be wrong. There could have been some sort of like secret deal that I just don't know about. But as far as we know, he acted on his own volition to have this happen.
Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau.
Wicked crimes indeed.
Excuse me. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it? Yes. I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief.
So, unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems.
I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid the Korakuta-san's Koban is all too clear. What?
What?
Korakuta and Ouchie are literally the same person.
I
Changed my
think the
mind.
court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter.
Might tell me I have judge now.
I think you do. I think you got
Okay,
his
good.
voice down. I think dead guy is the thief. It was more so a joke, but okay, but actually I think it's Brett.
I don't think either of them were close enough for that.
Oh, so you think it's Nosa?
I think there's only one person that it could have been. And that was... Well, actually, apparently, I am wrong.
So it's not Nosa.
Oh, hold on. No, I was right.
So it's Nosa.
Yeah, it's Nosa. Sorry, I'm looking through the walkthrough and it
Take that!
I forgot what we
Take
presented
that!
before.
Obviously, it can only be you! Professor Layton point at Nosa. Sergeant Aisa Nosa. The baby's also shocked. Like, what? My daddy can't do that shit.
My daddy can do that, please.
What? How? How dare you? You monster! My baby's here.
Monster?
I stole that Kaban, didn't I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I?
Now he's starting to sound like Yoda.
You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet?
Cat it.
But it wasn't me. It was Ado. He was the master behind all of this.
Why are you blaming the child?
Because the
You
child
are
can't
a
go to jail.
horrible father. I don't think anyone's gonna buy that it's the baby. Even the prosecutor's like, it's not the child. You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little bab? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa.
You.
I don't expect you to voice act this.
What the?
What is happening?
The baby has saluted.
Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Nosa preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir.
Stand down. Does that mean he's like gonna like battle us? Quote unquote battle us? Because like he's not innocent.
No.
Do any of you know of the extraordinary low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe?
No, so it looks like Jerry from Totally Spies. I wouldn't know. I don't remember
Oh,
watching
you're
that
kind
show.
of right.
Oh my god, they're just like copying other media. It's totally fine.
Totally Spies, the one where they all wear tight suits and no one complained about it.
Of course not.
I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recent ended conflicts remains in place. And I've heard it's hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son.
Oh, is he a single dad? Does he not have a wife?
I think he might be a single dad.
That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant.
Even then, it's hard for me to say that women would like be able to get a job at this point, but I could. Who knows?
Well, he didn't
The vices.
mention. He didn't mention like put a hot meal on the table for his family as a whole, just the son.
That's true. Maybe they're divorced. That'd be new.
Maybe. That would be an interesting twist.
It would be.
The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days I go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I enjoy chopping my way through a good steak at the same time.
Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable.
And your target that day was the old man and his koban.
So now, okay, so like, let's not let this distract us from the murder. So somehow, his plate from his table with the old man got switched with the victim's table for some reason.
Yes.
But why? And who?
My guess is that they wanted to make it look like the steak was already partially eaten. So that would look like that. I guess is so that it didn't look like it wasn't eaten. That might throw suspicion onto
Brett.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
Then how'd it end up on the plate then?
A veritable phantom thief you are. I was all set to leave the steak. I was halfway through devouring when it happened.
Oh, he hid it under the steak because he did. If he got searched, then it would have been found. Yes, when the professor was shot.
I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. 802.
Oh, baby.
So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could. On the double! I slipped it under the steak, hoping you'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date.
Everyone's just like, oop, alright. I'm assuming this is Jezile?
I was assuming it was the prosecutor.
Okay, I'll voice his prosecutor.
This is ridiculous.
No, it's
Nope.
Brett.
Yep.
Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time. Well, Miss Brett.
Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all.
Thonk! This man really said thonk to the fucking table.
This dude be simping for like a British lady.
May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency.
Indeed. The thief of the Kawan was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant.
Yeah, but it doesn't clarify the murder, Judge. Please.
I don't give a fuck. I would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder.
Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Nonsense, is it?
Well, oof.
Oof.
As for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife or fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Well, now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered,
Wait, we haven't got to cross-examine.
Yeah.
I see no further justification for detaining her.
Objection. Objection.
Miss Brett, you are free to leave, for the third time, I think.
Yeah, for the third or fourth time.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day.
Ryan, do something. Wow, I love this shot of him. He's adorable little bean. I love him. And I love him.
Rinosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming.
Oh, no, it's just something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I think it was the way that she said he wasn't eating with a fork or a knife. I think that was it, because that also struck out to me as odd. Why would she be noticing that?
Because she finds it, like, crude, I was assumed.
Oh, no, but, like, why would she remember that detail?
That would be very odd. Maybe
because wouldn't she be focused on the professor in front of her? Why would she be the way I'm imagining it, looking over her shoulder to see what Nosa and Koratako-san are doing?
I'm guessing we could, if we look at the pictures, can we tell that one's being bitten and one's cut?
So this one, so my logic, because you can see my cursor on my screen, or at least on stream you can. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 vertical lines, and the chair covers it. So there's 4 vertical lines that can be seen, right? But when you look at this picture, there's only 1, 2, 3 vertical lines that can be seen. So the chair with the professor in it, we can assume the steak wasn't eaten. But then here, the steak was eaten. And also, the knife and the fork are dirty as well. Also, where's the business card? I want to look at it. So what does the red mark represent again? I don't remember.
I think that's where the crime scene took place. That's where you were sitting.
Okay. Yolfador, objection. I was gone to get spicy chicken noodles and demand to know if I missed something fun. I don't know.
The fun is the breakdown of the sergeant probably and blaming his own son.
Yeah, that's the fun you've missed so far.
Also me crying behind the microphone, being like, why do I sound different now? Ooh, that looks like good food.
Thank you.
There's just such a long pause, I was worried.
Sorry, I got pinged in a server. Apparently there's real voice acting, and apparently we're gonna hear it tonight. And I'm like, ooh. Ooh woo.
Sad great noises when not told real voice acting.
I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up.
If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking. Make your voice heard.
Didn't I just say all of that in my head, Kazuma? How did you... Are you in my brain? Are you in... Here... We have Kazuma brain rot. That's how Kazuma's in our head and knows every thought that we're making. This happens in the Phoenix Wright games too, and I'm like, what is happening? Thanks for the update. The court proceedings may continue. Thank you for granting us permission that you don't need to grant us, because this is my stream. And I keep saying Grant, but Grant is right here, I think.
Hi, how are
I don't know.
you?
Are you Grant?
I believe so. That's what it says on my driver's license.
Sorry?
You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Objection!
Hold it!
Hold it! Wait, Miss Brett. What is it now? I'm afraid, just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What new student nonsense is this?
Well, what parting words are you talking about, Reno Suki?
Hiding a coin under a lump of meat. Sheer nonsense is such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and buying into it, because like he said this in his mind. He said it to himself. He didn't say it aloud, and it was never mentioned. So like, how would she have known? Beyond nonsense is pure madness. Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. I hope I'm right on this. I hope I'm not wrong.
But yeah, didn't she say that she never bit into the steak?
Yeah, she didn't eat it.
That's what she said she did. That's one of the contradictions that we found because we were like, wait a second, why is she lying about eating the steak then?
Oh god, I don't know what evidence this would match.
We'd have to present the steak.
Oh, the
Because
plate
it's
of
obviously
steak?
been bitten into. Yeah. That's what the game says.
Okay. The logic makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't make sense. I need them to, like, explain it.
It's because she never bit into the steak, she said.
So why would it be on their table?
The steak that Miss Brett has been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on.
More accurately, Your Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed.
Now you're just splitting hairs.
Excuse me. Not true. Doesn't something about the steak strike you as very unnatural?
Unnatural? What on earth do you mean?
It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. Oh no, she's been the maid. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett.
Notice what exactly, Counsel?
Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife or fork.
Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself.
Then take a good look at this steak, in particular the edge where it's been eaten. Oh, it looks like it has bite marks and not cuts. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there.
Ah.
Ah!
Looks like Miss Brett has realized something.
So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful Miss Barrett was ravishing. Shut up!
Oh, she's patting herself with her handkerchief so she doesn't sweat lady sweat. Because apparently women aren't supposed to sweat. Apparently that's a thing.
I think she realized that she's made an error.
Oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer.
Of course. This will be over in a blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Shut up!
I've heard enough. You irritating little spectacled samurai relic.
That's an insult if I've ever heard one.
Oh, of course. Dear lady.
What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers?
Quite literally ruffled the bird's feathers.
Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in her steak have for her.
Rinosuke, do you know where you were going with this?
Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Jeez.
Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Where are we going? Do we need to pack a suitcase?
Where are we going? Do we need to pack a suitcase? Are we going to Brazil? I hate Brazil.
I might have to make that its own sound clip for stream. Just where are we going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? In Sim's judge voice.
I will do my best to voice act it if you ever need me to.
All right, I'll try to clip it from the original clip. But
Yeah.
if I'm laughing too hard, like it will be ruined. But we'll see.
Yes, now at last it all comes together. The mysterious teeth marks in the steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the blood stain seemed to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day.
I accept that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us?
Everything, Your Excellency.
Everything?
Yes, I believe these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson. Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats.
How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago.
Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet.
Hasn't been? What? But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist.
This is absurd. The trial has run for several hours already. And you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be. I don't believe you have it.
Objection!
I don't, but there's someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, we'll solve every remaining mystery about this case.
Oh, he does the point. My heart is full.
Well, I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Who possesses the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair?
I feel like it's Hosonaga, because he must have collected all of the evidence, and that would include the other piece of steak.
Of course, who else?
Take that!
Take that! The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Yes. You think I'm then withholding conclusive evidence?
You've been doing it so far, so yes.
No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this steak with the teeth marks. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoyed chopping my way through a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Cortez-san's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the steak.
You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer.
Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak?
And shut! Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me handling her meal to hide something in it.
Manhandling her meal. Oh, goodness.
I thought there was going to be an innuendo about grabbing her meat, but, you know.
In other words, the steak that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Objection!
But that makes no sense. That plate was taken from the victim's
Objection!
table. Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
I'm doubtful, but okay.
Yes, and of course, murder wasn't.
Yeah, really.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox?
Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks? You did switch the plates?
He's like, how the fuck did you find out? Oh, shithead.
Well, after it happened, when I saw the victim had murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I had it. He decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. But I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with one of the foreign ladies' table.
What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing.
It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what I had to be done.
Unbelievable.
Oh, where? Fear not, Prosecutor Son.
What now?
I swear on the brass buttons on my uniform, that is all I did, sir.
All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes!
So, if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table.
Yes, that follows.
Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak at the incident, but also the sergeant's. That to preserve the evidence, you'd taken both. Ah! That's correct. Then please, present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot. Please, I ask you to pull it out of your ass right now and show it to us.
Shut up!
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat? It can't have the slightest bearing on the
Objection!
case.
I feel like I'm having like a three-way conversation with myself.
I mean, You're the one that wanted to voice all those characters.
Listen, I didn't think.
I know. But I don't want to That's why I didn't want to say anything though, because it's your stream and your decision. That's why one of the reasons I was wanting to voice the prosecutor, because it would be easier on you.
Even though I think I do a good prosecutor voice. But
I think you do a pretty good prosecutor too.
thank you.
It's just I was thinking that you probably were going to voice some of the witnesses.
No, you're right wriggling your way out of this time, lady.
I beg your pardon?
Also, why are you so worried if we present
Yeah,
this
really.
evidence? Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why the steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you, no?
You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me.
The reason the defense asked to see the steak was confirm something the defendant remembers seeing.
Tisk thinks he remembers. I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest.
Oh, if we have that, we got her.
I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beefsteak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident.
Yes, sir.
It's got the blood on it. I saw it.
Does.
But what is a steak?
What? Could someone tell me, what is a steak?
Sorry for keeping you waiting. There's the blood.
Here is the other steak in its plate. Please, feel free to examine it.
Blood stain. It's clearly visible. Look!
Yes!
Now this makes everything clear. The blood you could see on the side of the plate shows that the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me.
In other words, it's impossible for Naruto-san to have shot the victim.
Ah! It can't be! In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right, Miss Josiah Brett.
Look at my boy. Wow.
Put a
Look
swing
at
into that one.
him.
It's like he's pulling out a knife.
Yeah, look at him. Wow. I am crushing so hard on him. Wow.
Jeez.
Shut up.
Shut up!
I'm not gonna
you.
say what I was gonna say.
Oh no! The swan's not okay.
The swan died.
Outdone by a Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No. No. No!
Your mind's alive.
Oh man,
Very
is it
much
gonna take
alive.
her hat off, isn't it? Oh wait, where did the chick come from? What? Oh my god,
I'm the right
what?
species.
What is happening?
It's a good question.
Alright, I guess she died. I guess she's dead. There's just chicks everywhere. Burbs. There's just literal burbs everywhere. I'm completely okay. Oh my
What the fuck is going on?
Why are there chicks in my courtroom?
Oh, apparently she's back from heaven, I guess.
I'm sorry, what the heck did I just see? I don't know.
Okay, so the sequence of events was that a bunch of chicks fell out of from her bird hat, which, by the way, is not the same species of bird. That is a swan. And then after they flew around to different places in the court, she then ascended via the swan that is attached to her head. It's is that what I saw? Is that everything? Is that clear enough?
Do I need to roll for perception to confirm?
I mean, I don't know what kind of like role you would need. I don't know what the DC for that would be, or even if you got it, what the explanation would be for it. But you can roll if you want.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that I saw it, I just refused to accept it.
No, that's fine. That's between you and whatever you want, man. I was just telling you what I saw.
Roll for nature DC 20.
I feel like it's gonna be a bit higher than the 20 for whatever the fuck happened here.
Hold on, wait, I got my dice. Watch me for once actually roll a natural 20.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh my god, I did roll a natural 20!
You see through the ethereal plane of our universe into the, like, game developer himself, and he looks back to you and just shrugs like, even I don't know what the fuck had just happened, man.
I'm, like, dying. Welcome to the Hacker Rat Lair, everybody, where shit just does not make sense. I'm not kidding you. I rolled a nat 20.
It's like a 1 in like 5 chance or something like that.
Well, it's a 1 in 20.
Yeah, 1 in 20 for like 5% chance, I think. 5 or 10.
Yeah, 5% chance. Oh my god.
Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure.
Yeah, you lost a lot more than that.
You lost some chicks in the process, ma'am. Do you want those back?
Could you tell us where you hid those?
Yeah, I want to know. I'm very curious.
Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman, forgive me.
Well, Miss Brent, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time.
Maybe what happened in the courtroom just now, or just slightly confused?
Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the professor's life using Karar. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
So you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because Karar is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes. Of course. I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I'll need to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water and it would be all over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table.
Oh, us.
That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of the water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment.
A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man.
Who just proved he was not guilty and guilted you.
I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of Karar in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. See? See? It was under the fucking skirt. What did I say at the top of this trial, y'all? What did I say? Under your skirt?
So I was right. There were 2 guns. Could you voice Ouchie for the time being?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. And I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure that I would notice it.
And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I'd intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up,
Why do you think my posture's bad, not Yolvador, who the fuck are you? Grant, why do you think my posture's bad? Why don't you do a fucking
you were leaning
posture
to the
check?
side.
Why don't you do a posture check? I mean, I have to, like, it's only, like, I'm not, like, hunched this way. It's, like, bang. That's when you shot the professor with your own gun, even though at that point he was already dead.
naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion at which point the waiter appeared.
Could you voice him?
Yes.
Obviously, I assumed Naruto-san was the culprit and apprehended him.
Am I Grant now? Is this canon? I mean, is it part of the Eren Grey lore? Is it potential lore? Mayhaps.
So, took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor in his chair around.
Because, of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he picked up the gun.
The War of the Grants will be legendary. Bards will sing about it for centuries.
Our battle will be legendary.
Look, he's standing far away from her now.
So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor.
That is not a misdemeanor.
That is a murder.
Your Excellency,
Yes?
I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later?
I shall call on you.
I don't like that.
Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruto-san.
She just, like, smooth criminaled out of there.
Yeah, really.
It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement.
This can't be. Takatsuchi's Archie does not lose. Not to let this rookie student.
You'd better start getting used to tough opposition.
Arg! Ryonosuke Naruto. What? Yes? This insult to the Ouchi family name will never be forgotten.
You've become conceited with age, Counsel, but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new.
Yikes, that's a burn.
It's the way of the world. May you never forget that.
Take out the sword, I dare you. Oh, yes. Love him.
He's bald now.
Yeah, it's a real sword. It's not wood.
You're right.
1,000 millennia may pass, and still the Aoshi clan will never measure up to Naruto clan.
Okay, children, stop fighting in my courtroom.
This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judiciary system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Rinosuke Naruto, presented an excellent case.
I thank you, Your Excellency.
The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of laws awaits, and what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine.
Well, we can just look at the first Phoenix Wright game. A bumbling idiot.
And that is for the young to pursue. Kazume Yasugi. Yes? After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can, absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to.
Yeah, remember how we said last trial that, like, we weren't sure what's gonna happen, like, and we hypothesized that either Riono is gonna get to go with him or he's gonna go in his place. I wonder if that will happen or if he's just gonna be like, stay here.
Maybe, I don't know.
And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon us. You. I understand, Your Excellency.
Oh, it seems like something that Cosma doesn't actually want to do. What was that all about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden?
Ah, never mind. As for you, Rinosuke Naruto,
Oh, yes?
in you I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential.
Is he a tarot reader now? Is he like a fortune teller or some shit? Like, what's going on?
Maybe you don't know me. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards.
You'll see me in 3 days when I get pinned on another trial. Thank you, Your Excellency. Baby!
It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Rinosuke Naruto, guilty as shit.
Not guilty. Yay!
We have rose petals.
Who's cheering?
The military, I guess.
The military's happy for me. That's a surprise.
This court is now adjourned.
Time to go eat some sandwiches.
I'm to go eat the rest of that steak.
Bailiff, whack his pee-pee.
Bailiff, whack his pee-pee, which is me. Ah!
22nd November, 2:46 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendant's Antechamber 5. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial.
Suki.
Oh, this music's cute. This was a triumph. I'm writing a note here. Huge success. Thank you for the cheer.
This was a triumph.
Thank you for
I'm
the
writing
cheer.
a note here. Huge success.
Oh.
This was a triumph. I'm writing a note here. Huge success.
Exactly. Forget.
Oh, wait. It was... Oh.
This is a triumph. I'm writing a note here. Huge success.
I don't remember the rest.
Can't overstate my... Something about satisfaction.
I can't get no satisfaction.
Gee, it's a completely different song.
I know. Thank you for the cheer, though, Adrian. I much appreciate it. Thank you. But this is the same, like, ending courtroom music, just slowed down. I think it's very cute.
You finally pulled it off. Congratulations.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you, love. Thank you, Kazuma. Now, take me out to dinner.
No, no, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. On my dip. So you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place at the Yumi University Street. Don't forget.
I'm assuming it's the other professor.
Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off.
Oh, nope.
That is not. That is
I
nowhere
was
near.
wrong.
Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruto-san's innocence.
Ah, our trusted judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know.
Oh no, I didn't do anything.
Thank you so much. If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out.
Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate.
Your father? Ah, yes, of course.
Do we really need a flashback of this?
I mean, it has been a week.
Speaking of Mikotoba,
That's
Okay,
the professor.
I hope this is the professor.
Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order.
How?
I unfortunately do not have multiple old men voice.
You're fine. I'm just... Hiss. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to get your volume louder without turning down or turning off game volume.
I can turn my volume up.
I mean, if you wanna, go for it.
I've got a dial on my...
Oh god, that's too loud. That's too loud.
Oh, okay.
Turn it down a little bit.
Will do.
Speak?
I'm doing the speaking.
Okay.
I've got a dial here on the microphone.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, did you speak this? I don't remember.
Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order.
When Grant turns into Grant!
Naruto, you did an excellent job.
Speak. Fuck! Good boy! Thank you, Professor.
Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you after all. Your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend.
Good friend? Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yumi University, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. Professor, Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when he met Dr. Wilson. Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital.
Oh, you work together?
I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world.
America would be like, fucking what?
Fucking what, mate?
In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law.
Meanwhile, Hawaii has the first humanitarian law.
Yeah.
Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot.
Okay, that's fair.
I will. I'll learn all I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan.
You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you?
I need to look like a weeb so everyone stays away from me. Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything in my way.
Sir, that's called murder. Can't cut
Sir?
down people.
Sir, that's called the shark property.
Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes.
That reminds me, what happened to the woman?
She has a hot date with the, fucking judge.
Oh god. She's to Jezebel Brett, I mean. After that, she's guilty of murder. Oh yes, her.
Her. If you're following the bleed, you should be walking backwards and downwards. So we're gonna follow it downward and dig into the earth until we hit bedrock, right? That's what we're doing? Alright.
It's not easy to tell you this, but
Oh, she's gonna get off scot-clean because of their negotiation, right?
Because of her fancy's time with the judge.
What do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit after all.
she will be leaving Japan in the very near future for Shanghai.
China?
What? Shanghai?
Jezebel Brett will not appear in court again in this country, I'm certain of that.
What? But why not?
I don't know who the fuck this is.
Maybe it's the girl. It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Oh, no.
Nope, Ozanaga.
Inspector Hosonaga.
It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate.
But what's all this about consular jurisdiction?
We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan.
What? We can't try her? But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice?
A British consular court will hear a case somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard.
But why a consular court?
Tessa, I simply don't understand.
Yeah, because we never actually heard her motive, did we?
We didn't hear her motive. I will tell you this: there is a good basis for them to try her in a British court because she is a British citizen, having killed another British citizen,
That
even if
is
it was
true.
on foreign soil. I can actually see this even in modern day for the accused to be sent to the other country. The problem I have at this current point is that I believe that the British have a poor opinion of Japanese at this time, so I feel like they won't consider any evidence or witness testimony to be legitimate in this case against her.
Gotcha.
That's my problem with her being sent to a British court, because I feel like she'll just get off scot-free despite the fact that they killed one of her own citizens.
I thought consular...
Oh, that is not the same person.
I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now, and we've signed the friendship treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right. Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of highly political nature in our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that.
Oh, can't they?
Yeah, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our government's making secret agreements about her fate, does it?
Are we gonna go after the court system now? That'll be fun.
Something strange is going on.
So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan.
I'm afraid that's for the young student. Today's trial was nothing more than a mere game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her.
I don't believe it.
The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously.
But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. It's a new era heralded by the start of the 20th century.
Oh, so this is the start of 1900. Okay. Ish.
One day, I have no doubt, that women will receive the judgment she deserves.
Yeah, when she's like 65.
Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it.
At least no one was found guilty that wasn't her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink.
But Professor, I can't drink yet.
I'm not of age.
You're right. It's time for no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Reinosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun.
Okay, Kazuma, if you want to go right now, I'll start stripping right now, man. Alright? Okay.
We're assuming the position in our bedroom.
In that case, might I suggest Le Carnival?
Why would you suggest that, Hosonaga? Is he like...
It's a joke.
I Look, I can't tell that he's like actually being serious. He has like no expression on his face.
That's just my face. As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink.
Should be. Doesn't mean he's actually going to be. You're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you?
Let's not worry about details for now. To Le Carnival, will you accompany us, Professor?
He's such an interesting character. Like, he's still fucking bleeding from the mouth.
Of course, Le Carnival's food is second to none.
It wasn't unusual for both US and Britain to deny Japanese trials, mainly because of the US original agreement with Japan, but there is a long reason around it based on how Japan was forced to open up their country to foreign influence.
I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruto-san's release.
Oh, yes, thank you. So Josiah Brett won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Kazuma.
Yes, Reinosuke?
I just want to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today.
I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work.
Your skills made the difference, though. One day I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world.
I'm not sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me.
No, give us the reasons for us to go on our honeymoon to Great Britain together. No.
What? Come on, be serious.
If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. You have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean.
Oh no, not me. All that tense verbal combat? I never want to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you.
That's the point.
Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point?
Listen, Reinosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win?
Knowledge of the law?
No, the ability to believe.
To believe? To believe what?
A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times.
Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it.
I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and to stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in, even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person.
Cosmo, just hurry up and get done talking. I'm sleepy. You're making me want to go to sleep. Not your voice acting. Him just
that's
rambling. Believing in your client.
Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stop believing in me.
Well,
You face seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stop looking for the truth. We only been through one trial, man.
Yeah, really.
And in the end, you found it through your own efforts and because you never stopped believing in me.
Yeah, don't give a whole fucking tarot reading based on one trial, Kazuma.
For some reason, this is reminding me of, oh god, what was the name of that anime? Don't believe in the one that believes in me, but believe in the one that believes in yourself. It's like, what?
Like, what? Thanks, Kazuma.
There's something I wanted to ask you, actually, Rinosuke.
Yes, I will go to Great Britain with you. Can we please just move on to the next part of the game?
Well, first you have to get on your knees in order to get that.
Don't believe in yourself. Believe in the me that believes in you.
There you go. Adrian knows what I'm talking about. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me.
I will have your children. I'm okay with this.
I don't think you biologically can.
Sounds serious. What is...
Ah, so you're still here, are you?
Oh, Inspector Hosonaga.
I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick this conversation up again later.
What? Kazuma, come on.
Get on your
stop
knees.
cock teasing us. And then the later version. Don't believe in the me that believes in you. Believe in the you that believes in me that believes in you.
Yes,
That-
fucking... It gets complicated later with that one, yeah.
We should be celebrating today now. Your first court victory.
And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget.
Ah, yes, that too.
OMG Gray with the drip, the gender hair. Ooh, yes. I did not get a side shave yet because it's going to be winter and it's going to be cold. So I just got a shorter for the time being. It is so soft and so fluffy and very short. Happy that it's not touching. Hi, Mark. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. To be continued. To be continued. No, okay. So my first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikotoba. Why are we getting flashbacks? Susato-san, who acted as my assistant. No, she did not. Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still, he's offended.
The gumshoe intensifies.
It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. Is he gonna die? End. Fin. Hi, I'm good. Good. I'm happy you are good. What are you... Ooh, we got an achievement. Defense debut. Oh, so episode 2 is the adventure of the unbreakable speckled band. Oh, goodness.
Well, hey, that's actually a Sherlock Holmes,
Oh, we're
story.
probably gonna meet Herlock Sholmes soon.
It's actually not the Unbreakable Speckled Band, it's called the Mystery of the
In a
Speckled
corner
Band.
of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath.
Hello,
In
voice
time,
acting?
there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which she referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
Okay. We have voice acting. I don't know if it's gonna be a whole thing as voice acting, but...
Kind of doubt it, but, you know, I can always just go.
Oh, okay. It clicked forward without me doing anything. Oh, hello! Anime movie sequence.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality. This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
Is that the fucking heavy?
Before maritime police come, we must wait.
A little bit.
That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. And in cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from? I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world.
Hosanaga's undercover again.
Herlock Sholmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
I love him. I love him so much. Are you there, Grant? Huh? Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Any
how are you?
comment? I love that man.
I'm probably gonna do a better Russian accent, but I'm glad to see Herlock Sholmes.
Herlock Sholmes.
Where they just move the S.
Herlock Sholmes. What? Move the S?
Yeah, for Sherlock they move the S to
I know.
the Holmes part.
Yeah, I know. I know. The inspector is kind of gender though. I first didn't like the inspector, but now I'm like okay with the inspector. And also he was totally undercover in that scene if you did not pick that up. I like that they changed the name even though Sherlock Holmes is the public domain. Oh yeah. My head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Oh man, was he the one in the cabin? Oh no. Wait, I can't move. Ah, what the? Why am I in handcuffs?
So you wake up now, Oh, that's not who I thought it was.
No.
We'll have to drag you out of the water. I do not believe you could not wake up. You're a true cold-blooded man.
Oh man, he got pinned on another crime. Aw, shit, here we go again. You found me then.
We found you, and now you pay. Criminal. How long were you hiding in that tiny wardrobe?
Sorry.
Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is,
No, I'll tell you everything.
There's only one thing I'd like to know from you.
Isn't that...
Nope, I'm never gonna guess it right, alright.
We never will. Oh no. Someone killed Kazuma, didn't they? 'Cause his sword's in the background. Oh no, our husband! No! No! Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss Susato. Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Oh no, he's dead!
You pretend you do not know you are a wolf in sheep's clothes, pelt.
How could they kill my boy? No, didn't I also predict this as being an outcome, like he would die or something?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I feel like I had a hypothesis about this.
You are the killer. Try to make excuses.
What? What? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. No! Here, in this very cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. His body?
Please. Do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep.
Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I... Yeah, we got pretty kinky. That's what happened. We got very kinky.
Rather than honeymoon early.
I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. No! Our baby's traumatized. Also, it's important to note that I read the stream name as Reddish White and was like, Donut? Oh man, I love Donut. I love him so much. Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble?
Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study?
Oh, he snuck him on board. Kazuma stuffed us in a closet away. It was really something else when you brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way the Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor, I thought I was going to die.
Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really don't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk.
Well, we're skinny boy. That's why we're the bottom.
You must be even less of a man than you look.
No, Kazuma, no! Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body.
Oh, you'll break some things, alright. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain.
Rude.
But if you can confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you.
Ugh, I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians would be very forgiving of a stowaway.
They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure.
What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady?
From our faithful judiciary assistant Mikotoba, you mean?
From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? Don't believe she'd give me away.
No. If she knew we'd cut what we'd done, she'd make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this.
I suppose so.
Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin.
I would like to point this out, though. If we did kill him, how do we close ourselves inside the wardrobe?
Yeah.
And put a note in front of it, even.
Yeah. That's Herlock Sholmes' biggest oversight at the moment.
Or the fact that there was multiple hands on the door whenever you looked at it, but no.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like Herlock Sholmes is more interested in spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's cramped, but
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze.
Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it.
Stop worrying. I tell you what, why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper?
What?
Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside.
I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. Oh, that's so sad.
We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer.
No, I'm not a murderer. Again.
Ah, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes.
No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend?
No one else could have done it. Admit the truth.
I want a lawyer. I don't trust you.
In Russia, we don't have lawyers. We have justice.
Susato-san. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there's something I would like to ask of you, too. Ugh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is going to get worse by the minute. In Soviet Russia, lawyers need you.
Or else we don't get paid, and also Putin keeps putting us in jail.
I suppose all I could do is try and find out what really happened. He's really been killed, hasn't he? Okay, do you want to voice this man?
Sure.
Okay.
He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a dream. And these handcuffs. They think I did it. They think I killed Cosmo's... They think I'm Cosmo's killer.
In Soviet Russia, lawyers don't defend you. You defend lawyer. When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you... Oh,
What do you mean?
Sorry.
It's alright.
There's no access to the cabin via no porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls.
What?
There's a vent up here. There's a... Well, no, my face is covering the vent, but there's a vent in this corner where my face is. I think that's where they left. Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation?
This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly?
Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances?
Please, Sato-san, you have to tell me.
Susato.
Susato.
The cause of death is still undetermined.
I don't know how he died.
The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call.
So presumably that means there was no obvious external signs of injury then.
That's true, yes.
Can't anyone tell me what exactly happened here in this cabin?
The imposter vented, I swear. They took the vent.
He's about to get, like, chucked off the boat.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma?
Presumably that's something you'd know the answer to better than anyone.
Please.
Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all.
Well, yes, I was, but...
He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't.
Does that mean he was already dead when Sasato-san arrived in this cabin door, I wonder?
Okay, here's a question. Where did the two of them sleep? Did they share a bed?
I think he slept inside the wardrobe.
This poor man.
I know.
There is an imposter among us. Another one of them than me, that is.
I knocked, but there was no reply. And I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew.
They do not sleep, merely photosynthesize.
The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside, there was Kazuma-sama, collapsed on the floor.
White tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything bad had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow.
I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe.
This is all very hard to believe for me too, trust me.
Now I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question.
Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. I'm still throbbing like anything.
Why are you even on board the ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and it's been shut up in this cabin the entire time.
I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing?
No, that would have been impossible, obviously.
Throbbing, you say, eh? Oh my god. Bonk Yolfador, get the horny out of him. God.
Continue with the horny.
Yes, of course.
Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together.
Oh my.
Oh my.
He actually asked you? But why?
I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself.
I don't understand.
Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why to go such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial.
I'll voice Riono, the Ryan Naruto. I'll voice him while you voice Kazuma.
I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself.
Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious.
You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that.
I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. I was gonna become a farm boy.
Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such a thing placed with your own eyes, can there?
Sorry, I'm tired. Well, no, definitely not.
But on a personal level,
I love you.
I want you in my bed. If you were to become a lawyer, then
Then what? We can create our own law firm.
nothing. Forget it.
Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing, that he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you.
Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then. It was darker than I'd ever seen it before. Sasato-san? I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing it away on the ship, I mean.
If I know Kazuma-sama, I expected he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association.
That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact.
I love her more than Maya. I'm gonna be honest. I love her. I am... Well, how old is she?
You could always look in the profiles.
She's 16, never mind.
16.
I'd date her, but she's 16. Absolutely not. I like Naruhodo is just Japanese for I understand. Are you serious? Is that real? Is that like a legit thing?
If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin?
It is real. Oh my god, I love that.
Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Wow, great alibi.
Yeah, great. Fantastic.
Cosmo brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I
Fell asleep.
fell asleep. Well, yes.
So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed?
Well, yes.
Part of me wants to rule suicide.
I don't think it's suicide. I think someone put something in the food.
Yeah.
I kind of need to go to the bathroom.
We can take... How long do you need? Do you
5
want
to
to take
10
a
minutes.
full 5? Alright, I don't know if Grant is actually back yet. But we could chill and chat and just vibe until he is back. I studied the language, and one of our books to learn was also called Naruhodo, because you would understand Japanese with it. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Uh-oh, spaghetti-os. Naruhodo is primarily used to show you agree with the person you talk with, like, I see, I understand, but it can also be used in a sense that now that you said that, I get it. Gotcha. Interesting. It's curious why they use that for his name in the game. I don't know. I just been calling him Ryan Naruto because trying to say his full name when it comes up on stream and trying to say it fast and in character is just a little challenging. I'm trying to say Ryanosuke, but you fumble a few times. You're like, I don't want to say it anymore. So how are we doing, chat? How was y'all's week? I have not seen y'all all week since Sunday night. So tell me how y'all have been. Oh, did you miss me? Tell me what's going on.
I missed you.
Screams. Grant has returned.
Just so you know, my mic is now basically at my desk, so I can't
Mhm.
actually talk to you when I'm not there.
Yeah, I know. You said that to me. You said that to me earlier, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you told me that or like you texted me telling me that it was like no longer a mobile microphone or something.
Oh, yeah, I did tell you that.
Yeah. So I was able
Because
to
I could walk around like my house
context
with it, essentially.
clues. Context clues. God, I am living for my short hair.
I ate a few bits of food, so I'm bet. I still need to eat more food, but
Yeah,
I ate a little bit.
food. Get your
I don't want to do that with my mic right now.
Why not?
Because you're gonna hear it. That and because it's taking up space on my desk, so I'd have to move my microphone from where it is,
Okay.
and I don't want to do that with people
Okay.
listening.
Okay. Okay, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Okay.
Whatever you say.
Whatever you say. Whatever.
I know it sounds unbelievable, I really do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament.
Yeah, because why would he handcuff himself? If he's going to bed, why the fuck would he handcuff himself?
No, the handcuffs were put on by the people, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything.
Really?
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it.
Sasato-san, you have to believe me, I didn't do it!
I didn't do it.
I really don't want to doubt you, but the trouble is, there's no one else who could possibly have done this.
Oh my god! This is the Speckled Band story. I don't know who did it, but I know how they did it.
Okay.
Awesome. I don't understand why. This is only because I've actually read the Sherlock Holmes stories.
Gotcha.
Why did this have to happen?
I was a big fan of Encyclopedia Brown as a kid. I don't know if
Ooh.
you've read that.
No, unfortunately I have not.
Oh, they were good. I think I've read like most of them at my library back in like elementary school. So like it would have like a bunch of cases in the story, but like it wasn't like anything like this. It was like, you know, like your local like 5th grader like named Encyclopedia Brown because he was like really fucking smart, would go around and solve like remedial things that need to get solved. Like I remember something was revolving around a clock, and something about like the clock being digital versus analog, so of course it wasn't going to make a ticking noise or like anything like that, and like they won't tell you the answer. You have to look it up in the back of the book, which is actually kind of nice, so like you couldn't spoil it for yourself
Also,
while
so
you're
that you can be
reading.
proactive.
Yeah, so that you can actually try to figure out the story, or figure out, like, because it wasn't like crime. It was just like, oh, something happened, what really happened type of thing. It was actually like I really liked those books.
I can't
One
remember
day,
the name of the.
maybe I'll read one on stream for funsies. Wait, let me see like if they're probably not public domain, but, like,
The only book series I can think of that was a mystery book for me, besides some horror books I read whenever I was in my later teens, was the Alphabet series, I believe, where they like had certain mysteries based off the, like they did it based off like alphabetical. I'd have to look it up.
Oh, yeah, I remember those. I had Vampire's Vacation was the one I had. It was like the ABC Mysteries or something like that.
Yes, something like that. And I'm pretty sure they went all the way from A to Z already, but that's the only types that I think I read as a kid. I remember one of them being about how basically the cake disappeared because the child they had like took it off of the table and ate it under the tablecloth. So they were blaming other kids that were in the area that weren't the baby.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay, like, I don't know how many... So I found an example of a case, but I think these are, like, abridged versions. They're not, like, the full story. But, Ooh, let's do the Birdwatcher. Okay. So we're gonna have story time. Even though it's not actually story time because no one redeemed it, I'm calling it story time now. Hello, overlay. Thank you. Phoenix Wright name is also Naruto in Japanese, so that's why Wright was used in English to get some type of emphatic phrase of someone agreeing. But the surname also points back to tasks of a court to listen and understanding the cases, and in that way being rightfully unjust. I like that. Alright, so we're gonna do a detective case, everybody. The Case of the Birdwatcher from Encyclopedia Brown Saves the Day. There's like 29 books in this series. Case of the Birdwatcher, the actual case. Someone sends the boy detective a letter enclosed with 25 cents to meet at Mr. Dunning's gas station at sunrise the next day. Encyclopedia shows up, but no one is there. Back at his garage, Chief Brown shows up with Bugs Meany, who says he saw Encyclopedia letting the air out of Mr. Dunning's truck tires. Encyclopedia confirms he was there. Bugs, on the other hand, states he was bird watching in the morning. Walking along the shore of the Dade River, which runs east of the ocean, he could definitely see Mr. Dunning's truck as he claimed. He even names 4 different birds that comes to the river at that time to proof of his alibi. Oh, I don't even know how you could fucking solve this from, like, this short... It's gotta be more of a full-out story than this. Because I don't know how the fuck, like, what's the case of the bird... Okay. I'll read the solution. Y'all can tell me if it makes sense or not. Bugs, yearning to get back at Encyclopedia after years of intellectual emasculation, oh man, is trying to frame him. A real birdwatcher never walks east early in the morning. Walking into the sunrise, he would only see the birds as dark shapes against the bright sky. Walking into the west, the sun's full light would come behind him and fall on the birds. Bugs had to send the letter and let the airs out of the tires himself. To solve this one, a child would have to either be a birdwatcher, unlikely, or inclined to wake up before sunrise, impossible. Yeah, this one is like the 10 most ridiculously difficult Encyclopedia Brown mysteries.
I can imagine a lot. There's a lot of assumptions to be made for that, like, answer.
Mm-hmm. But it was still really good. I still enjoyed them when I was a kid. What other detective books? I read one that was more like for middle school age, and I don't remember the title. I think I got rid of the book, but it was actually really good.
Also, what cheap detective being only having a quarter in order to be able to come and solve the mystery?
No, that was the kid was given 25 cents to go to a gas station, and that's how he framed. And then the actual perpetrator let air out of the tires, and then the chief, who's Encyclopedia Brown's dad, was like, "I saw you, Encyclopedia Brown, do it." Well, it was actually being framed. Or some shit, I don't know. There was a book I read that was about, like, there was, like, a case of something, like, on a lake with, like, an island in the middle. And it was, like, all these 4 kids who, like, had cabins next to each other, and there was, like, a lodge they would all go to. It was cute. It was great. They had, like, a lookout tower, like, on the center island. It was pretty cool. And when I say island, like, these islands weren't, like, this island wasn't, like, far apart. It was, like, an island in the middle of a lake. So they were able to boat out to it. It was awesome. I wonder if I still, like, remember the book title.
I also would like to apologize to the Treehouse Clubhouse series. Forgot that they existed, and I read
those.
that.
I did not.
I read those, and I feel bad for forgetting about them because they were actually pretty good. They taught me a bit about history. Yes, Magic Treehouse.
My mom, when she was younger, she read Nancy Drew, which is like also a detective series.
It's like the cousin to Sherlock Holmes in some issues.
Yeah, I guess like you could say it's like the female Sherlock Holmes.
Kind of.
I read like the first book in the series like twice because like I tried to get into it, I just couldn't do it.
I would also like to say thank you, like fuck you, to the Greatest Attorney Guide because they told me about Cosmo's death before I saw Cosmo's death, so I was very sad.
That's what? We're gonna punt some people. It's fine.
Like I saw the picture of him on the ground, like writing stuff. I was like, oh, hopefully he's just unconscious. And then the text like, Cosmo's dead in bold black writing. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, game.
Thank you, Guide, for spoiling everything.
God. Ugh, I can't take this.
Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. What are you gonna do? Slice me with the sword?
I'm sorry. But Cosmo was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it.
Well, shit, here we go again. We're gonna be our own defense lawyer.
And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did his walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen.
I won't allow it.
Well, what do you propose to do then?
I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I guess the Russian guy just like fucking just listened to all this. Maybe they're talking in Japanese, so he doesn't know what to say.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I'm going to work out who took Cosmo's life and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me.
Oh,
Oh.
she fucking karate chopped him.
What the?
That was a Susato takedown. Oh, we love her. She's got Aiden Pierce blood.
I'm like looking upside down, like everything is weird.
Yeah, really.
Sasato, what? What martial art form is that? It's called I beat your ass. My name is Sasato.
I'm going to need you to prove it.
Sorry, prove what?
Yes, your innocence. I need evidence.
But how am I supposed to do?
You have the room. Look around the room. My god, you don't have to leave to at least look at the crime scene.
Have you forgotten
that.
already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law.
I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive
What do we
evidence.
have on us right now? We have the paper seal.
We do.
It says keep out. Can we talk to ourselves about it? This is the paper seal I wrote for the wardrobe. And we're really working hard to make it. But I'll never forget how Cosmo reacted. Do you expect a Russian crew to be able to read that? He said. So I was sure people would get the idea even if they couldn't read it, so we used it anyway. And it worked.
How the fuck are you supposed to get the idea?
I don't know if the crew thought it was creepy or what, but no one opened the doors. Present conclusive evidence.
I have to get Sasato-san to believe me. I'll show some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime.
Alright, I'm
Present
gonna
the badge!
Yeah, present the badge, the university collar pin.
I could have done it because I'm from the university.
Yes!
Tell me, when I was discovering the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper... I guess we're just going to be down on the floor forever. Was a piece of paper stuck over the doors?
I am assuming her takedown was like kind of like Aiden Pierce's takedown, where you're kind of just like paralyzed and just like non-existent in the world.
He's not paralyzed enough not to talk.
Oh, yes it was. I remember clearly.
I thought so. Cosmo always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well.
Ah. Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them.
But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own.
Yes, that's quite true.
In other words, it's impossible that I killed Cosmo.
Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can't see why Cosmo-sama thought so highly of you.
I mean, to be fair, you did put me here, so
To be fair, you did this.
I guess you're right. Thank you, Sasato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? I
My
can't
back-
feel my right leg or my left arm.
I think my back is out. Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here, at least.
Thank you. So you finally believe me?
No, I didn't say I believed you. I just said you
Or-
presented enough evidence for me to think you didn't kill him.
And to help you off the floor after I sit you there.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No.
What?
I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position.
You know what? Fuck you, Sasato-san, if you believe in magic. If you can, unless there's some like magical force where you can talk to spirits as well, then you have no excuse.
Uh-huh.
Why does she think I'm a What does she think I am, a magician?
A sorcerer? For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same.
All right, let's get to work, Sasato-san.
Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts.
Oh.
I should be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring trick to destroy evidence, for example. She really thinks this man's like a fucking witch.
You're just so beguiling. It's like you have some type of spell on you. Right. Well, anyways, I should make a start investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Azuma, I swear. I will avenge your death.
Ooh, I like these buttons. These are cute. Oh, yeah, Russian guy has just kind of been, like, chilling here.
Right into the door.
Alright, I want to look at this vent first. We're gonna move left to right. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin.
Isn't that a little odd?
What do you mean?
Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must be connected to the next door cabin.
Yes, it would appear to. You're right.
But if it's the purpose to allow fresh air into the room, surely it would be connected to the outside.
That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough or something like that.
I suppose. Maybe that's it.
Oh dear, that won't do.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's the matter, Sasato-san?
Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly.
Ah, yes, that's not good.
I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? Oh my god. This is just a tutorial. We already, like, figured out how to do that, but alright. Yeah, we already learned how to do this. All right, cool.
Like, I think we just literally did it.
Yeah.
It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san?
I think living isn't quite the right description.
Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout.
Trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So, yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception.
But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin.
No, sadly not.
A living is a living. That is very true.
This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing.
London Diary.
London
God.
Diary.
I forgot the Japanese language you write top down, not left to right. Poor Cosmo, he didn't even make it to his destination.
I love how it's called a London Diary. I love that for him. A living is a living, even if it's in a wardrobe. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Maybe he found his way to Narnia while he was in there.
The wardrobe.
Wardrobe.
It looks like as though his last entry is incomplete.
Which means, what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue.
Oh, come on. Naruto in Narnia? What a crossover. Fun fact, I think it was in 5th grade when we read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And we had to, like, this was, I think, my first time. No, I wrote fanfiction earlier than that. That's the first time I wrote fanfiction for a grade, because we had to choose between 2 different types of assignments for that to finish out the book. So I chose the option of rewriting the ending. So I rewrote the ending of Chronicles of Narnia with like my own 2 insert characters. It was fun. Let me see if I could find that on here. I would like to for everyone to perceive it. Even if it was like very bad. I might not have it. Oh, where would I have had it? I might not have it anymore. It was funny though. Yeah, I don't know where I would have saved it. Oh no, I think I had it printed out and it's at home. In Japanese, you write either from top to bottom, top to down, from left to right, or you write like in English, left to right, top to down. Both ways are valid and used today. Oh, that's interesting.
Whenever I read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe series, it wasn't for any grade. It was just because I had heard the series and I wanted like AR points. So honestly, it was rather boring.
I don't remember much. I just remember my alternate ending was way better than the actual ending to the book. That's all I remember.
I don't think you would have liked the ending to the series.
Probably not, considering I hated Dune. And Dune was literally awful.
I've never seen Dune, so I can't say.
I read Dune. It's like 700
I know that there was
pages
space worms.
of it. Yeah, space worms. 700 pages of like dust, and it left on a cliffhanger, like a very bad cliffhanger. It was bad. I hated it. I hated it so fucking much. I had to read that for a class.
That's out of the question.
What?
What? Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts.
Dear Diary, it's week 2. It's 14 days that he's been in the closet. When will he come out of the closet?
Dear Diary, this is the 7th time I've jerked off the thoughts of Naruto-san.
No. No. Pain.
But what if it's something important, something relevant to the case?
He does bring up a good point, Susato.
Alright, I won't read it.
Poor Kazuma-sama.
I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important?
Oh, it tells us what we've already looked at. That's cool. Alright, let's look at the trunk. Random fact of the day, octopuses have 3 hearts. So now you know.
But what about squid?
Hey Grant, you wanna hear a joke?
Sure.
How do you make an octopus laugh?
6 tentacles.
You give it 10 tickles.
10
10 tickles. Ha! Exactly 10 tickles. Ha 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 ha. Hee hee hee.
Dad joke is bad joke.
Yeah, it's my favorite. My friends said it to me like back in high school, and I still remember it.
Jesus. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I just have a phlegm in my throat. It's fine.
That's a very large traveling case, isn't it?
Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me.
It carried a lot of him too.
Memories? What do you mean?
Squid have 3 hearts, 2 branchial hearts, and 1 systemic heart. I don't know what that
Which
means.
is smarter, a squid or an octopus? Well, that's exactly how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case.
Ah yes, I see it says this way up in Japanese.
Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read.
That I do not know.
I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here.
Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds.
Well, it was less painful than a Sasato-san takedown. Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink.
He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage.
This looks too neat.
Some places have more ink than others, implying that he re-dipped his finger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good eye. That's a good catch.
If he was dying, he must have been taking a long time to do it.
Yeah.
Time that could have been spent doing something else. Of course, if he was writing it down, my question is why wasn't he trying to call for help or get up?
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to read it upside down to see if it was God.
The thing is that it is in Russian.
It is Russian.
Yeah, but he doesn't know Russian.
Yeah. That, to our knowledge, he doesn't know Russian.
Yeah. The thing that confuses me is that I know how he probably died, according to the story, but the whole writing the word down and being dead on the floor the word itself is the most confusing part of this case to me, honestly. Because, like, there's a lot of things that could mean, and regardless, we still have the problem where the room was locked.
Mm-hmm.
So, whoever did the way of killing him, I don't understand how he could have made it come in here and wrote the thing for him. So, if Cosmo wrote this, then we have two problems, because one, as far as I know, he doesn't know Russian, and two, why wasn't he doing anything else but writing this?
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, it clicked out. Poor Cosmo-san, no doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. What also boggles me is that, like, let's say he was poisoned. Let's say, like, the food they ate knocked out us, and then did something to him. The bottle would, like, if he was, like, getting off his desk, wouldn't he be faced the other way? Because he would fallen out of his chair the other way and not be facing the desk? If that makes any sense.
Maybe someone came to visit him and he talked to them.
Mm-hmm. I suppose he was trying to leave some... Oh, sorry, that's Riono.
Okay. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing.
Because it's fucking Russian. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruto-san.
What? And what language is it?
It pains me to admit it, but I don't know.
It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? What the fuck?
Sholmes, what the fuck are you doing?
He just appeared. Like, where did he come from?
He literally just appeared. Where the fuck did he come from?
As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European.
Oh, how did he...
You noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall.
Naruto-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is?
Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And he's investigating Cosmo's desk, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell.
All talk and no play makes Sholmes a dull boy.
What?
Isn't that a line from The Shining?
Maybe?
It's from some movie. I know Dwight references it in The Office, but like I don't know the actual reference. I think it's from The Shining. I'm pretty sure it's from this game playing. What's the difference? He's
Some
just
people make a
playing
game out of it.
investigator.
Some even make a game out of it.
Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him.
Am I just imagining it, or does Sasato look almost uncontrollably excited?
By the way, I expect you've noticed already, but just in case. Are there crossways you can converse? Okay, more... I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights to see what this had to say for himself.
Oh, please do. Apparently there are... I would suggest examining everything before we're talking to Sholmes.
You suggest doing everything before talking to him?
Examining everything that we need to.
Okay.
Ooh, that's different. What is that?
Yeah. Looks like a bell. Like half of a bell in the picture.
I think it might have been some type of coffee mug.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have been broken clean in two, but where's the second half?
Yeah. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little
Natsuke fastener for a kimono outfit.
I'm not sure what that sounds like Kazuma.
Hey, he could wear a kimono if he wants to. Don't judge him.
The Japanese don't judge. It's just, it doesn't seem like his style, I think is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I know.
Why wouldn't... He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he?
And the mark beside it. What is it, I wonder? It's sort of a brick-like hue.
Yes, you're right. It's the color of brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin.
We haven't picked up anything for trial purposes yet. Ooh, a warning sign.
These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Bura.
It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board.
Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabin. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
Oh, so I guess we're forbidden because we're essentially Cosmo's pet.
Master wants you to stay in the cabin now.
I own a nice green kimono. Ooh, very cool. I might want a kimono one day. One day. Oh, and of course he had his sword with him, which is a dangerous weapon.
Ah, damn. What? Why are you staring at me?
Is it about the pet thing?
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more
I
of
was
a
just
dangerous
thinking I would
object or a pet?
No, Susato, no.
Damn.
I can't decide.
Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. What's that statue knocked over for?
Oh, this stuff up here? The bookshelf?
The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've been toppled all the way.
And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea, although he's fallen over as well.
Poseidon?
Yes, it seems... Possibly. Yes, it seems almost as if the whole shelf had been ransacked and everything mowed down at once.
Maybe they were looking for something.
I
not
think
both?
Cosmo may have been mistaken for something else.
Why not both? A dangerous pet object.
I wonder if perhaps it was a Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think?
I seriously doubt that. Also, the books would have been cut.
Yeah.
Then perhaps it was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage.
I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a books and a statue. Could the way things have been thrown around have anything to do with the case, I wonder?
Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess.
We're gonna come back later, it's gonna be knocked over, isn't it? And then it's gonna be, oh, because the ship stopped or something. The sword.
That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it.
Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is soul.
Are we gonna inherit his katana?
I doubt
really
it.
hope we do.
I doubt it.
Damn.
He might keep it. I thought you were thinking about, like, wearing it. He might take it as, like, a memento, but I don't think he'll, like, wear it.
I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip.
I suppose that shows how important it was to him.
Tampering with the crime scene. Nah, probably fine. Yeah, and she's the one who told us not to tamper with the crime scene, yet here she is tampering with it.
Now he's gone, but I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. What the hell is that thing on the floor?
Is this like a chicken leg or something?
No.
A roast chicken.
That's a fucking roast chicken?
It's just the bone at this point.
I've seen chicken legs before. I have never seen one like this.
Uh-huh.
That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty.
Clearly, because you ate the entire thing minus the bone.
Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat on the floor here?
I'm not a dog, Sasato-san. I ate at the table, of course. You don't think Kazuma purposely, like, gave him sleeping stuff, do you?
Maybe? Maybe Cosmo had to confront somebody in his room, and he wanted to make sure that Ryonosuke wouldn't interfere. So maybe he drugged him.
Maybe, but here's my question, is if he did that, who was he meeting? Was that part of the dark expression that he had whenever he was talking about visiting England?
Maybe.
Who's on this ship?
Yeah, who's here? We don't know. Well, we know Hosanaga's here. He was disguised as one of the, crew members, which is very cool. I'm very cool with this. He is Inspector, but he's also the spy.
Oh my god.
He's also spy.
I just looked at some of the crew members and I found out one of them that is here. Oh my god.
Ryonosuke really calling people who eat on the floor dogs. Yeah, yeah. Isn't he a pet? Shouldn't he eat on the floor too?
Now, Rai, Rito, as my pet, you're supposed to eat on the floor like a good boy.
Did you read this?
Yes.
But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he?
No, that's right, so he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me.
So what did he eat, if anything?
Nothing. He ate nothing.
We probably got drugged. There's a lot of drugging going on in this. A lot of drugging and poisoning.
Well, at least it's not opium.
Oh no! Does that mean?
Poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on Earth with an empty belly. Susato! That's what you're concerned about? It's just too horrible.
Sato, you can jewel off later to him. Ugh, now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach.
And the table is all messed up, too.
I've investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place.
Literally, the entire room is fucking disheveled.
CG, the Japanese word for justice. The brush strokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma.
Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Yet you, can you really look at those characters without feeling shame knowing you who drew them so thoughtfully?
Of course I can! I mean, I'm not innocent. I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to?
Even though you stowed away on the ship?
Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Talk to Sailor Boy.
Okay, oh wait, we gotta look at the lock.
When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open. This bolt had been firmly closed.
It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure this door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there should be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. No wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from the door and the room in a situation like this.
Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. The door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid.
When she glares at me like that, I feel the pins and needles all down my spine.
Okay, now I talk to Sailor Boy.
Perhaps I could see that what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's going, the investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but this is not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigators for information about this crime. Very funny. Oh, I wasn't supposed to be a joke.
He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty.
It might have useful information, though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Neat. Of course not. Now back to corner room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered.
Alright, I think there's like, oh, this decorative thing I need to investigate first, then we could talk to this boy.
Yes, it's the bell cord contraption, I think.
Hey. What do you mean, contraption?
I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you could pull to ring a bell to summon servants.
Really? That sounds kind of, like, almost magical. Shall we give it a little try?
Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously.
Alright, so the bell isn't broken, which is good.
I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people.
No, I'm sure it's just that everyone's busy, that's all.
Alright, I think that's everything that we can actually investigate in the room. Alright, let's talk to Holmes here. He's been upside down for like 5 minutes. I'm sure all the blood has rushed to his brain.
Excuse me. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shush, this is critical. Sorry, I'm not Russian.
He's
I'm supposed to be
Russian now?
British. Shush, this is critical point in my investigation. Trying to make a prim and proper fucking voice. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly.
Yes, perhaps that would be for the best.
Oh, he gone.
Greetings! That is still not the same one.
Ah!
Fuck me. British accent. Posh British accent. Posh. What exactly are you doing on Cosmo's Jess just now?
I could do Riono now if you want me to, because you're gonna do,
Herlock Holmes. I'm Herlock Sholmes. I'm definitely not that man known as Sherlock.
Ooh, I like his theme. He's got a good theme. Also, his cosplay. His outfit is so good.
I see. Fascinating.
Sorry? What do you see? Feels like he's looking right through me. Great, a Russian investigator. Sergei Holmes. Sergei Holmes.
Oh yes. Everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You.
I've been in Afghanistan, I perceive, just recently, and returned, if I'm not mistaken.
What the fuck, man? No. Sorry? What?
And now, whilst adventuring towards foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament.
Oh, well that's true at least. But how? He's got a pipe and everything, I love that.
How the deuce did I know that, perhaps?
How the deuce?
It was really the most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining.
Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else?
But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled from native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake and travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower.
Are these different Sherlock Holmes stories that he's referencing?
Not that I'm aware of. There is a Russian that fled, but nothing to do with the Crystal Tower. And when the bedrobbing occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes.
Just to be clear, you're talking about me, are you?
Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name?
I don't even see one person who fits the bill, maybe besides the crewman in the corner.
Yeah.
So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama.
Oh my god, Sasato.
What? And you're plotting a revolution too.
She's so gullible. Would I rather have kleptomaniac Maya or gullible as fuck Sasato, who's like not a meme? Elementary Tovarish Vladimir.
It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen. There's no way yeah!
Not again.
Come on, we didn't even do anything that time.
Oh my god.
Now explain yourself. Tell me everything.
This is ridiculous. This is redonkulous.
I'm blaming Holmes for this.
How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head.
Ah, but was I not right?
No, you weren't.
Whilst adventuring towards foreign crimes, you do find yourself in the most troubling predicament, do you not?
Well, yes, maybe.
Ah, there you have it, you see. What do you make of that,
Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Ooh! Ooh, we're schooling him.
Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right.
I don't think you introduced yourself.
Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women around the world. The inimitable Herlock Sholmes.
I love him. Ryan, can we add him to my fucking husband list, please? I'm just collecting husbands at this point. How many do I have now?
27.
No, I don't have that many. I have 15. on the list. 15.
So so half that amount.
What did you say that I had on the list?
27.
Yeah, then half that. Sholmes? Yeah, Herlock Sholmes. Please add him to the list, or for me to add at a later point. I present finding Russian court nods. Gulag criminal go.
I present finding Russian court nods. Gulag criminal go.
So it's really you, the actual Herlock Sholmes.
I can't say that with
You
a straight
already knew this!
I
What do
can't-
you mean, Sasato? The very same, the imitable actual Herlock Sholmes.
Just, in-game lore, he's just a very big fanboy of Sherlock Holmes.
He's a Sherlock Holmes cosplayer when he's not original.
He's a cosplayer.
Do you know this man, Sasato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san, of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him.
Well, obviously, Rihanna has not.
What planet have I been on living on then? We must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure.
Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? He's cute. Great detective. Alright, we're gonna insult
I was gonna say,
this
is there
man
someone
for
on your
weird.
husband list that isn't supposed to be cute?
I'm just saying, like, he's cute.
Okay.
Look at him. Look at his, like, outfit. Da, it's important to honor the party.
It's important to honor the party.
All this
One
Russian talk
party,
is reminding
one
me of
system.
Stranger Things, and I'm like, I'm so ready to vibe with season 4. I'm so ready. Not Grant. Ryan, we need to watch Stranger Things. Herlock Sholmes, you sure you're not mixing him with the fourth cousin Sherlock Holmes? So you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again?
Indeed, I'm none other than the one and only Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, I see. You're German? Herlock, was it?
No, I'm not her. I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Sholmes. You can read all about my exploits in the exciting London publication.
Oh yes, Ram's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially.
Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. So, you're...
Sorry, I thought that was him. Go ahead.
No, I heard knocking noises. I was confused. Herlock Sholmes, you oh, wait, I already said that, haha. So you're the protagonist in a series of short stories, then?
Indeed, I am.
And you've read so many of your own stories, you start to think you really are a detective.
Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward.
Backward?
My truest biography records my great detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine.
You have a biographer? Do you?
Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London.
So there's 2 Dr. Wilsons?
I suppose so. Well, technically the last one was Watson, right?
No, it was Wilson.
Dr. Wilson? I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of the cursed royal crown.
Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not.
Deduction, you see, to me is a science. Logical reasoning is in its purest form.
A science?
Really?
The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in the subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture.
Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All of these things are data.
Right.
And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago.
How can you look at me in the eye and claim that?
So you see, I have a turn both from the observation and for the deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Herlock Sholmes.
Though it would be highly entertaining if Great Britain had a law only one person with a given surname can be at the time. Imagine the paperwork. A doctor at the time. Gotcha. Imagine the paperwork. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet?
Have I managed to deduce anything? My dear fellow. Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in the most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him. Oh, so the cuffs were not on him prior to.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
I didn't understand. God.
I was saying they got him out of there and then put cuffs on him.
I don't remember this.
When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama's this morning, I summoned all the crew members to force the cabin door open.
And I consider myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective, Herlock Sholmes, was on board.
How convenient.
Very convenient for myself, not for you though. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruto.
Oh God, please, no. Don't let the world know what Kazuma and I do in our downtime, thank you. Oh my God, Yolfador, add it again with the name acronyms. Habitual egomaniac, really lacking omniscience, clearly K? Question mark. Someone hand over large measurements ending suffering. God, the efforts you go to, Yolfador. No, Kazuma arrests Naruto every night to make sure Naruto actually gets out of the wardrobe. Arg!
The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. There was a dead body, and someone killed him.
Really, two facts, you say? Ooh, interesting. Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What two facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning?
Yes. But first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me.
Sorry. I'm very tired. I didn't get much sleep this week.
Yes, I understand, but what were they?
If you want to end early, we can.
We'll go a little longer.
Okay.
Allow me to elucidate.
I'm very much enjoying your Sholmes voice.
Thank you.
I was trying to remember because I did practice because I was preparing for it, but I didn't practice today because I didn't know if we'd see him today.
Well, here he is. Here's our boy.
Yeah. The two facts that I deduced from mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. 2. The victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance.
The victim
No, he was not.
Not Russian. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. What made you think the victim was Russian?
Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. Epakik, the Russian word for wardrobe.
So the criminal knew that he was in the wardrobe.
Maybe Cosima was worried about you being left in the wardrobe?
Well, the wardrobe wasn't locked.
I suppose not.
It just had that piece of paper on it that they could have just, like, pushed open the door. Right?
But he also hadn't, like, done anything while he was in the wardrobe, so maybe the entire time this was happening, he was worried. Oh, what if something's in the wardrobe besides him?
Oh, yeah. I see the
It's
most
called
obvious
The
thing in
Story of
front
the
of me.
Speckled Band.
And the most
Yes.
obvious and easier explanation is, of course, the correct one. Oh, I just realized which Sherlock Holmes story this is based on. Yeah, Grant said he realized too. I have not read Sherlock Holmes, so I...
It's because of the name of the Speckled Band.
Mhm.
Let's just say at the end of that, a man that is a very bad man dies, which is appropriate.
Good.
Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian?
In the final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian.
Kazuma was Russian? Was he?
Initially, I considered Godro may be the name of the killer, a certain Robert Gaudet, perhaps. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided I would be no wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Where you found Mr. Naruto's son sleeping soundly.
This is Susato.
Fair. That's why I was confused. I was like, why is he talking to Naruto about Naruto?
Where you found Mr. Naruto sleeping soundly?
Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer.
Is anyone gonna tell this man that this is all false? When is that happening? Because, like, I feel like we need to stop him on his train of thought before it gets worse.
It's never gonna happen.
Oh, God. Why is it that I'm Russian, too?
It's because I can't tell the difference between really white people and really yellow people. I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted.
Sir, you are a liar. Hey, Sunglass Kid, how are you?
And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people.
Are school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. What?
Sasato, please.
She's so fucking gullible. Oh my god. And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong.
I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details.
Oh, baby. This.
This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed.
Putting the sus in Sasato. Yeah, I know she's gonna have to stay the duration of the game, I think. I mean, like, I thought Kazuma was, but, like, I could totally see her being the killer. I can see her doing it.
Oh my god. I said, oh my god.
Emotionally exhausted, just watched Miles Luna finish playing Death Stranding. Ooh, I didn't realize he streamed. That's pretty cool. I'll have to check him out sometime.
Who's Miles Luna?
Miles Luna voices Felix in RVB. He also voices Jean in Ruby. And he voices another character in Camp from
From the Camp series, yeah.
Yeah, from RT, from Rooster Teeth. Yeah, he voices David in Camp. I have not seen Camp. And he writes. He writes a
David's
lot.
the counselor that, like, talks really nicely to everybody, right?
I think so. I wouldn't know. I would not know because I have not seen Camp. And I've not seen Ruby either. He did it for
Not seen
charity. Oh,
Ruby.
that's awesome. Good for him. We're going to do some charity stuff next week. Woo. Yeah, and I feel like I'm emotionally exhausted. I am exhausted on many levels, but I did get a very gender haircut, and it makes me very happy.
Remember, charity means you carity.
Get the fuck off my stream.
Okay, booted from the call.
Boo! Boo, you stink! stink.
Man, this guy stinks!
Yes, Cosmo had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I'd actually seen him like this.
Yeah, I would hope not to see my friends dead. I would hope to never see that.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, what do you think, Sasato? Apparently you think I killed him. How about fuck you? I feel bad that my friend's dead.
Death Stranding is a very weird game, but surprisingly hits all the emotional notes. I think I have that on my wish list. I mean, I have like over 280 games on my Steam wish list, so it's very hard to know. It's very hard to remember what I want. Oh, yes. Thank you. The photograph has been added. Very pog. Thank you.
Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes?
What pray?
You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that.
Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth.
You mean the train of delusion, and I would like off this ride, please. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think?
For sure. Certainly, if it interests you.
Do you know Russian?
These are my best guess at Russian.
Very valid.
I know I've only seen some Russian that has been written, but most of it has been cursing. So these are my best guess at what is written.
Gotcha.
How many times I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian?
Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean?
Ah, the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in.
Actually, it was the other details I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary in the Assassins of 16 part.
Ah, yes, the more sordid details. It was fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary Villian Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai.
Shanghai is also the place that school kid was taken to.
Yes, that's where the tribunal stuff was happening.
Also, like, we don't look like this man.
Not at all, no. I'm guessing he's gonna say that we're in disguise.
Oh my god. Sir, I clearly do not have a beard.
No, you obviously shaved it.
Nor do I have broad shoulders.
He obviously cut them off.
Obviously.
This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday. Last night, the young Russian was murdered. I can see your reasoning. The only issue is that you have started in the wrong basis.
Wait, like on my, like, wait. What?
He has started on the wrong basis.
His?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you meant like mine,
has.
and like I was like,
No.
how did you know what I was thinking? Like, okay.
No, he
so
has.
if they were in Shanghai yesterday, maybe Brett is on board too, and maybe Brett sought revenge.
I doubt Brett is on board, although
But
she could
perhaps
send
an
somebody.
acquaintance.
It's possible, yes.
Vigilante justice, hacker rats.
Since when was Cosmo a Russian?
He was never a Russian, Rinus, okay? Get it right. Get your own facts right. Don't let Susato's gullibleness get to you.
It sounds like Mr. Sholmes had concluded he was Russian because of what Cosmo's summer wrote on the floor.
Funnily enough, in the stories, whenever like people wrote stuff down in language, more often than not, the language that they wrote down was not their country of origin.
Interesting.
It added to the usually. There's a variety of reasons why things happen. Yeah. Although this does remind me a bit of the Russian mystery story that was added on later on, that was with a professor, but it's not like this. It's more like the Speckled Band story, but yeah. It was simply an act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary.
Maybe he didn't know what he was writing. Maybe he copied what he saw. Maybe? I still don't think he wrote it. I think it was someone else who wrote it for him and acted like it was his dying message, because I'm pretty sure that happened in... Didn't that happen in, like, the first trial of the second game?
What?
Where someone faked a dying message?
Well, yeah. I'm trying to remember what the case was.
Did that happen in Mia's case?
Yes. Maya had written down Mia, apparently.
You mean Mia had written down Maya?
Yes, I got him backwards.
Like an assassin faking a suicide by placing the gun in their hand. Mm-hmm.
But here's what I'm saying, is that if we go by the fact that someone else wrote it for him, which is possible, then how did he get in here? Because that still ruins the whole speckled band bit.
What's the speckled band bit? I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the story. And don't give anything that's gonna, like, give away, like, the killer. Right?
Like, I literally... It's the murder weapon, essentially.
Gotcha. Okay.
The process of the murder had to be done a certain way if it's by the way of the speckled band, unless they changed the way that it did.
I'm
But
assuming the
if that's
speckled
the
band
case-
is snake venom. Based on the
Possibly.
opening credit that we saw. Because they referred to the snake as a speckled band. But it could have a double meaning, because when I first saw the word speckled band, I thought it was going to be like a bracelet, and not
That's
like
what most people think.
a
And there
snake.
was a bracelet on the woman's hand that was supposed to be like a distraction.
Mhm. I still think if the person was small enough, they got out through the vent. Or
I don't think they could have.
could put the snake in the vent.
Unless the fucking snake can write Russian.
They trained it. They trained
I-
the snake.
I personally think that Kazuma did write it down. I don't know if he wrote it down. See, my issue is that he wrote it down in Russian.
Mm-hmm.
If it is actually Russian. But
Yeah.
considering the fact that they don't know, that his two friends don't recognize it, it's definitely not Japanese.
Oh yeah. Let's
Yeah, we
consider
don't
the
really have a motive for his
We're
death
not
yet.
there yet.
Yeah.
We haven't met all the players yet.
I think we're getting on the track with this Russian assassin.
Mm-hmm.
He probably is on the ship, is my guess.
Maybe the Russian assassin was sent by Brett to kill us.
Hey, I was gonna
To
say,
kill
maybe he meant to kill us.
Ryonosuke and killed Kazuma. Cause Brett probably like maybe misremembered who was who and said, "Oh, it's the Japanese boy with the sash around his head."
Well, I was gonna say, maybe he didn't give too much of a good description,
Yeah.
and so whenever he found a young Japanese boy in a school attire, he's like, "Close enough for me," and he just kills him.
Close enough for me. The snake was a paid Russian actor. Good. I hope he got good pay for that. Pretty poor assassinating.
One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you. Villain Broshchev.
Oh my god, he really thinks we are. No, 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 how could it be me? I don't look anything like this man, just look at this face. And how is that a young man? That man does not look young. He looks in his 40s.
Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all.
No.
Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well.
Revolution. I guess today when I got
I would
my
like to
haircut,
say
I
that I called it.
revolutionized my appearance. Also,
I
I
would
love
like
how
to
he's
say
like
that-
constantly smiles. It's so cute.
I would like to say that I called it.
That he was gonna say like, oh no, you just changed your appearance.
Exactly.
You went.
Well, you see, the
gender.
reason why you don't look like the guy I suspect is because you just changed how you looked.
Obviously.
Easy. You went
Okay.
gendered. I did not shave this yet. That's gonna be like after winter is over. Ugh, please.
I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more?
Yes, actually. Well, that's because I'm a stowaway.
What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower.
This sounds like something straight out of an Indiana Jones movie.
Ah yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all these particulars in the article. So the Russian revolutionary that was trying to incognito his way off just got interviewed and was okay with that? The deeds the man was perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting.
Maybe he killed the journalist afterwards.
Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There was no mistake.
That seems like very sus. Why would the revolutionary like?
I would like to
Also,
tell you all
it's
my plans.
It was conveniently posted like this morning or the day before. Conveniently.
I like how that little statue looks like he's standing on his shoulder.
Oh my god, yes, I love that. I'm so here for that.
It's just, he just chillax.
Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder?
What about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? I forgot about that part.
Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in the war-torn region of Afghanistan. Which is a bit too much like real life, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, really. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place.
Here, take the paper for yourself, as a little memento of this great deduction.
You mean a very poorly done observation. Oh, thank you. Why am I thanking you? This is false information.
I've absorbed all of this of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby.
Next to Pakistan. Listen, this is like 1900.
I mean, it technically would still be next to Pakistan.
True, that is very true. Listen, but
It
this
just
boy
depends
be
on how
dumb.
the size is.
This boy be dumb.
Yeah.
He's got dumb protag syndrome.
And you may find the article on the back of the page of interest as well.
Oh, is it gonna be a children's crossword? On the back?
It's my number. You can call me now that you've lost your boyfriend. Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may find someone to interpret.
Alright, let's look at it. Oh no, it's not what I wanted.
How old is Herlock Sholmes?
We'll look that up in a second. Oh, this is gonna be brats.
So this is about the Crystal Palace thing?
This is interesting.
Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san?
Well, no, I mean it looks like it might be interesting.
I can't speak Russian.
I can't read a single word, I'm afraid.
No can I. Look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think?
She's very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you?
I don't know. I can't make any sense of it.
I'm glad you've noticed this article.
Oh, his art is so pretty.
Thank you.
love
I like
him.
to think that I am beautiful on the inside and out.
I love him. Ah!
Am I going to be the next judge? Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents.
I just picture him like Susato was just like standing there like hovering next to Ryonosuke, and then like Sholmes just like pushed her out of the way. Like, let me read this for you.
Let me lean on your shoulder while I show that I'm much taller and older than you.
Yeah, we'll look at
And
his
thus
age
more
soon.
dominant.
We'll look at his age soon. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes.
It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous reporter was... Oh my god, is this gonna be basically just an Anastasia story? Is that assassin looking for her? She's, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova.
Why are Russian names so hard to remember?
Fuck you, Naruto!
Fuck you, Naruto.
It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles.
Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money.
Susato-san's are shining like diamonds themselves. Oh man, kleptomaniac, here we go. It's the start of it.
Klepto with its spice. The tiara is the property of the Novik Ballet, and it would seem the director is beside herself with worry.
Yes, I'm not surprised. They want the crown back, not the girl.
The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlov and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain.
Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be a Russian thing to do. I'm not even gonna dignify with that response, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well, the other option is to stay and die.
Alright. Wait, I wanted to look at his age. He's 34, and we are 23. A healthy 11 years apart.
I was gonna say, it's only 11 years.
It's only 11. Only 11.
It's not like the 16-year-old.
Yeah, really. It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read, but I suppose it wouldn't hurt to just glance at the article. Maybe a picture or two. Does seem to be a Russian thing to do.
Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you?
Kazuma. Ah, yes, the victim.
Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all?
Oh, he's gonna be the one who read the fucking diary.
Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim.
Yeah, he's gonna be the one who read the diary.
You see that the victim was engaged in pinning some text. London Diary.
Cosmo
This
is
is
keeping
nuts.
notes of the trip. Ah, but... I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Glances at Sasuto.
Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading.
You mean you read it already?
It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a small smattering of Japanese.
Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. Or no, she's not gonna touch him, because she loves him. Susato-san, aren't you gonna throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? Wait, Sholmes, do you know how to read Japanese? Apparently this guy's like a god at language, apparently. Like, he knows Russian. And I guess we're speaking it with him in Japanese. Or no, we could be speaking with him in English, right?
Yeah, we know English. We took English classes.
Yeah, so we're speaking with him in English. Then how do we
I can't
communicate
say
with
for
the
Susato,
Russian?
Because he is speaking very poor English,
Okay.
which is why a lot of his Russian accent came in.
Oh, sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. Oh, future Phoenix.
See, it's shining through.
Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely the diaries belonging to the victim.
Sholmes knows everything except how to proper investigation, seemingly.
It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details.
Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese.
A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Signora, bonsai, mikado.
Sayonara,
Nado,
bonsai, mikado, nado nado.
I trust you're suitably impressed.
Sayonara. Fucking sayonara. I don't think that's Japanese.
But this diary is littered with complicated-looking characters, which I read precisely as now.
Oh, what a cutie. I love him. So what was all that showing off about before then?
If you'd be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm much obliged, my dear madam.
The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I could hear the faint whistling sound.
A whistling sound?
These are very deep waters. Pray, go on.
Very deep. It's like a poem.
The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Ooh, I think it's a snake. It's definitely a snake.
It's a sneak.
A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before.
Very ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin.
Yes, the adjoining cabin. It reminds me of my coworkers. I've heard Spanish, Mandarin, colonial French, but they're all united with their knowledge of English. Nice. Sayonara means farewell and is something you say when you're leaving good. It is Japanese. Oh, I didn't think it was Japanese. Oh, cool. So who was who was in the adjoining cabin? We don't know yet. Don't know yet. Ooh.
I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least.
Do you have somewhere to go?
As it happens, the victim's writing in this diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I'm still too long, the seasickness takes hold.
Oh, this poor boy. Oh yes, he knows Toyota, Suzuki, Che Guevara, Cura, Leche. What a guy. What a man. We love this man.
Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to.
Great detectives and curious breed, our minds rebel at stagnation, we crave mental exhalation. Exaltation, life. That sucked. So yes, I can't talk because I'm British. I intend to investigate, hence the truth will become clear soon enough.
Oh, you're British? That's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate because our language actually changed over time, so the Americans actually have not changed their language as quickly as the Brits have.
Do you think perhaps that we could go with you?
No, that would be somewhat complicated.
What? But why?
A simple glance at your wrist would reveal the answer.
Oh, these. Wah, wah.
After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter, no?
Diagnosed with British. There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place.
Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. Yes, you did. What are you talking about? You said you would reveal the murderer in like 5 seconds, and then you opened up the door to us.
You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago.
Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing.
Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too.
You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really.
You just said we looked like...
You said we looked like a Russian revolutionary.
My
You
guy.
said we looked specifically like an assassin that killed 16.
What is he smoking in his pipe? This is a need-to-know question.
He doesn't smoke anything in a pipe. Because he plays the violin.
What?
That's his deduction. That's what his deduction sounds like to me.
Oh my god. So what, were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are.
Well, anyway, that was then and this is now.
What do you mean?
What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate.
No, officer, it's hi, how are you? Oh god, we have a detective who has the memory of a colander. It's either he has a really shitty memory, or he doesn't want to own up to the fact that he, like, blatantly, like, accused us. The stick is green. They left 2 hours ago. Now he's just being plain rude. Rude with a capital 0. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. I don't answer question. Am I free to go? Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for? You must go investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can... Oh. Okay. Ma'am.
After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moment struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just starting to go roll over and accept your fate?
As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. Are you detaining me?
I think we still have some time investigation to finish off in here first, don't we?
Let's carry on examining what we can this cabin while we wait for a chance to sleep next door. Good idea. Alright, I think we'll end it here. Oh, nope. Options is G, apparently, and not escape. Don't know why it's not escape. Escape makes sense. Alright, so we're gonna end it in here. Thank you everyone for joining tonight. Yay. We're gonna switch over to tea time real quickly. Alright, we're gonna get that up and running. I'm gonna exit game. I already saved! Cool. Alright. We're gonna go see who's playing Watch Dogs Legion, because I like Watch Dogs Legion. And, yep. Alright. Pog. Alright.
Sholmes is not a dum-dum. He just does not have all the data yet.
I want my lawyer, and per the Supreme Court, you must cease questioning. I'm
There
actually
is no
taking
Supreme Court on
legal.
shit.
I'm actually taking legal and law and higher education. It's very interesting. This makes perfect sense. Sholmes is just too big a genius for us to understand. Sholmes, just admit that you're a dum dum. All right, let's see.
There's no Supreme Court in international waters. So technically, he has not committed a crime yet.
Trying to find. Okay.
Little did we know that the Russian assassin is actually an ancestor to Red White.
Let's see. Who's playing Watch Dogs 1? Anybody? There's a couple people. I try to follow, do people who, like, have, like, decent stream setups. Nothing, like, too fancy, but, like a face cam. You know, basic. Don't need to have a shit ton.
I do not have face cams.
What about Oh wait, no. Oh, I try not to raid to people who have like a big following. Like a really, really big following. Because I try to help out other streamers, other like smaller streamers. Okay, let's see. Subnautica. Let's see who's playing Below Zero. pretty sure people've got to still be playing this game, right? Right. Maybe I said this guy. I am struggling to find someone. Let's go back to Legion. I'll pick someone who does not have. Or wait, who is this playing?
Yes, buy on
Watch
demand
Dogs
is
2.
very good. Buy and install.
Ooh, alright. This guy seems pretty cool.
I want clothing.
That Tone Kid BD. Alright.
Why will this, why? Ubisoft Connect, I don't care.
Oh wait, he's like 14.
It's a thing on my screen that I can't
Okay, sure, why not? Why
Buy new
not?
pants.
Alright, we're gonna hop over to mine. That Tone
Very
Kid
good.
BD. Alright.
Very well.
Sure. Why not? Alright. Where is Raid channel? Right here. Thanks for the stream.
Good night, y'all.
Good night. Thanks, y'all. Alright, so we're gonna go raid over to him. Let's see what he's up to. Should be fun. And we shall be playing this again next week. Should be starting at 6 p.m. Eastern, because I won't fuck up this time. With giving Grant the wrong time. Sunday, I think I said I'm starting True Colors. I'm not sure. We'll see. It's in my planner somewhere. And then Tuesday we'll be doing probably Danganronpa V3. Check the Discord. Join the Discord. It's new. Join it. Yeah, have fun. All right, we're gonna go raid this kid now. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.